ahead.
Your voice is delayed, Dakota. It doesn't count when you do 3, 2, 1 from there. But hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the What a Warrior podcast. Of course.
What a warrior.
What a warrior. What a doc.
Yep.
We got myself,
I'm here. I made
the
it.
casual gamer at its finest. Of course, we finally have Dak. He actually kind of, well, I was gonna say waddle, but horses don't do that. What do they do? They kind of like.
Rot.
I can't say it.
Yeah, you trotted in. Dakota trotted in today. It was very nice. And of course, we have Doc Dark 185. There's levels of
There's
layers to this.
Hey, you gotta tell the chat the new one. You gotta tell the chat the new one.
Yep,
Tell them.
so the old one was there's layers to this, like an onion.
Like an onion.
Like an onion. But the new one is there's levels of layers to this, like an
There's
onion.
levels of layers. Nice.
There's levels of layers to this, like an onion. I love it.
God.
Like an onion, like a warrior.
Hey, I'm changing your slogan too, though. If you're gonna change mine, I gotta change yours.
Okay, go ahead. Let me know when you think of something good. Onion,
I already
see?
thought about it.
Oh,
It's gonna be ISO factual gamer at his finest, because all you speak is facts.
Straight facts. Sometimes the facts are
It's never an
miscalculated.
opinion. Whenever he says something, it's never an opinion. Just so you guys know that.
Facts. Believe it 100%.
There's levels to it.
There's layers of levels to levels of layers to this. Okay. All right. So we got mad people in chat.
Layerception.
We appreciate the support. You guys are killing it. We got Severin. We got Jersey's finest, the legend. We also have a Proto, Dogpool. We have Ellis Foster, TK9. We got Matt Drex. We got Harold was good. We got Zenchi. We got Atrocity Knights. The real Ruth, what's good? Appreciate you stopping by. We got Kid Spoof. Hey, what's good? What's good? If I missed somebody, I really hope I didn't. The layers thicken. Oh my gosh. Oh, we got Juan. What's good, Juan? All right, we got a lot of people. Everyone's waiting for the What a Warrior podcast. Dakota, you missed out last time. People missed you.
I watched the video.
They were awaiting your return. That's why we got so many people in here, right?
Yeah, it's all you, dog. It's all you. They wanted to hear what you had to say.
Facts.
My
See?
uneducated opinion.
You are uneducated, but it's fine because we know you're a horse.
True neutral.
True neutral. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, do your thing that we talked about before.
Hang on 1 second.
Oh, you guys are gonna love this. This is literally what's happening right now in these gaming streets. It's like everybody's doing fine, and then out of nowhere, this thing comes around, and for whatever reason, everybody's just terrified. Go ahead, Dakota, do it.
I honestly forgot.
What?
You forgot
What do you mean you forgot?
the voice.
The voice. Yeah, the voice.
I know the voice. I forgot what I was supposed to say though.
Doc, type it to him, Doc.
God,
Dakota,
damn.
Dakota, we
Yo.
had a game plan.
Hey, you
It's
know what
that
this is
memory
like?
lost.
No, he's fired. You know what this is like? This is like have you guys seen TK9's live?
Yeah,
And he'd be asking his people questions, and they'd be like, TK be like, okay, let's move on.
Let's move on. You just fucked everything up, Dakota. You're fired. You're fired.
Okay.
We'll try
All right,
next time.
tell them what the topics are.
All right, so we got 3 topics like always. It never changes. It's always the same thing, different day. All right, so we got the first one is different gamers prioritize different things. We have quality versus performance. The second one is how does the profit of a company help the consumer? And then lastly, we have if Game Pass dies, what happens next? Now, obviously, we always know what questions is from Doc. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. And the rest of it, none of it was Dakota. It was really me and Doc. But it should be pretty obvious what was Doc, okay? All right. So we're going to go ahead and go with the first one, which is, again, the different gamers prioritize different things, quality versus performance. And because we have, it's Dak in the podcast. What's your thoughts on this, Dak?
All right. So different gamers prioritize different things. Quality versus performance. So when we're talking about quality, are we talking about like the quality of the game or the quality of the graphics? Because you could throw graphics in there as well.
Yeah, graphics
Okay.
for
Yeah,
some
graphics.
resolution. Yeah.
Yep.
All
What
right.
Doc said.
So honestly, I try and balance them.
Oh, wait, before, say again what you primarily game on and things like that, so people have an understanding where you're coming from.
Well, I game on PC. I've got 3 monitors set up, a 9.9,
Did you say
2070 Super.
you say 3 monitors?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm sorry.
He rotating his head like the Exorcist.
Need a
Oh
fourth
my,
one. We
oh
got
my
space for a fourth
god.
monitor.
Okay. All right. So wait, you're trying to do 4. Okay, that's beside. Go ahead. Continue what you're
Yeah.
saying. I'm sorry. You threw me off for a second. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My main monitor is 2K 1440p monitor, all that fun jazz. So for me, I try and balance like quality and performance when we're talking like graphics and frames. As long as it's hitting 60 frames or even it's hitting like a constant 30 and I don't know and it's not noticeable, then it's good for me. I mean, hell, I've been playing Cyberpunk again and that game's still broken. Like it performs good, the quality's just not the greatest. Graphically, it looks amazing still though. Um, but yeah, I think it's just depending on the game and depending on what your expectations are. So for me, it's like trial and error, especially since I play also like a lot of those early access games where their quality and performance are going to vary immensely amongst updates and everything too.
Okay. All right. That's
Well,
fair enough.
okay. What you trying to say, Doc? Go ahead. Go ahead.
You want me to take this one?
Um, Go ahead, Doc.
All right. So I primarily game on console, right? Primarily game on the Xbox Series X. I do have a PC, but my PC only has a 1660 Ti, right?
Ew.
I was introduced, whatever, man. I was introduced to the wonderful world of being able to change settings to get faster FPS a while ago when I had a laptop with a 1050 Ti in it. That's really ill, right? But even then, that blew my mind. And ever since I was able to game at a higher frame rate, the games felt better. And I know it's hard to explain unless you get to experience it. But smoother gameplay also looks better, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it almost also looks better. However, I did grow up playing, the Nintendo 64 and playing the Switch and playing the Wii U and all these other systems that the GameCube and the PS4, and playing a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't really huge on, or I didn't know what frames I was playing at. And I feel like with this generation, I'm going to speak for myself. I feel like I've been focusing a lot on the specs and a lot on like the performance of games and stuff like that, and not really enjoying the games as I should. So I challenged myself with, as you guys know, I was playing Hellblade on the Series X, and I challenged myself by playing in the enriched mode, which was 4K ray tracing on, but locked at 30 frames per second. And my whole thing was, could a game be good enough to where it really doesn't matter what the frames are and can lock you in and you could actually play it? And I gotta be honest with you, not only did I play the game, but I also thoroughly enjoyed it. Now I did have to get used to at first, like just the way the game looked, but after that, like it was perfectly fine. By all means, I'm gonna pick frames over resolution if I have to. But what I'm saying is that a happy medium, like what Dakota's talking about, is more than acceptable because 60 frames is perfectly fine. Now, I know the Xbox Series X has a lot of games that can play at 120, and that's also nice. That's beautiful. But like Dakota said, I agree with him. It depends on the game. But for me, it's not just depending on the game. It depends on if the game is multiplayer. If the game is not a multiplayer game, I am perfectly fine getting that higher resolution and playing at that 60. So even though I played a lot of the Master Chief Collection at 120, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like I could have, just played it at 60 and had, a little bit sharper image, and it would have been, okay. So for me, yes, the specs of the games matter, but the games themselves matter even more because if the game can grab you and can captivate you, you're not really going to care whether or not it's running at 4K versus 1440p versus even 1080p, or whether or not it's running at 120 versus 60 and versus 30. And I know that's difficult for some of you guys that are PC gamers. Like I'm looking at Jersey right now. I know Jersey says he will not play a game at 30 frames, but I think if we gave him a great game to play and we didn't tell him what resolution it was and he didn't have the option of switching, between settings, I think he could still play the game and enjoy it. That's what I got.
Okay. Really good,
So
Doc.
I'll add something too. Like when I go into a game and I adjust the graphics, I don't adjust them to where they're going to be the best per se. Especially with like Resident Evil, how when you're adjusting the graphics, it gives you like the side by side comparison and shows all the difference. I adjust the graphics to what I feel looks good for me. And that's not necessarily the best graphic settings either.
Okay.
Okay, really good. So I chose this topic because of what Doc just did, right? Because obviously in previous videos, Doc has talked about like, hey, 60 frames, right? That should be the norm because the previous generation did 30. Now, the reason why I chose this topic was because Doc was fine with playing Hellblade at 30 FPS. Now, my opinion on this is you can play a game at 30 FPS. It is playable. Whoever says a game at 30 FPS is unplayable is lying. You can play the game at 30 FPS. Especially if you're not used to anything higher than 30, it will look normal to you. It won't change if you don't know what you don't know, right? But in my case, I've been PC gaming for the last 7 years. I actually saw what 60 FPS plus is. Right now I have a 144 hertz monitor. I have a pretty good beefy PC. I am able to pretty much hit 100 FPS for the most part with some adjustments and things like that. So for me, I try to focus primarily on the middle ground, right? So the middle ground for me was a 1440p monitor. You have 1080, 1440p, 4K. I chose 1440p because it'll look better than 1080, but obviously it's not going to look as crisp as 4K, but I'm fine with that because 4K is really demanding for PCs. Now, as far as the settings, like I will adjust the settings as much as I can to still get the graphics to look really nice, but still get the performance that I like, right? Ultimately, 60 plus is what I would like to get. Now, if I notice it's going below that, or if it's frame dropping, that's an issue. And now I'll focus a little bit more on getting that performance because of the frame drops when something crazy is going on, explosions, things like that, right? That's where I want to make sure that it's just steady across the board, not just like it looks amazing, you're getting 60 but in a dip. So my concern with you, Doc, is when you were playing a Hellblade at 30 4K with ray tracing, did you get a lot of frame dips, or was it actually pretty consistent and performed at 30 for the most part?
Hell no. It was as smooth as 30 could be.
Okay, so
As
no frame
smooth,
drops.
no, not that I could notice. No, but again, I don't have like a counter on my TV. So that's the whole thing, right? I heard what you just say. Like once you experience higher, like I know you make fun of my 1660 Ti, but I've been playing on 144 hertz with like old games and stuff like that. So I know what that feels like. And again, 120 on the Xbox Series X. So like I played a Master Chief Collection, I would go switch between 60 and 120. So and even in Hellblade, I played when I first started playing it, I was playing in 120 hertz mode, but I decided to see if I could do it just to challenge myself. And I'll be honest with you, man, like when they say games over frames, I understand it, because if the game is good enough, you're not going to worry about the frames and you're not going to worry about the freaking resolution. Now, the fact that the resolution in that game was 4K with ray tracing, like it looked beautiful. There was one part in the stream where literally between me and the chat, we were just looking at puddles.
Oh
Some dude was
god.
like, "Hey, bro, look at the puddles," and I started looking at the puddles, and it was a wrap for like we just couldn't help but look at the puddles because the ray tracing was just so ridiculous. So there is something to that, right? But still, it just proved that I could play games at 30. So I'm not tripping at all as far as, so like when the new Forza comes out, right? That game looks beautiful. I'm going to try it out in the most beautiful settings possible and see if I could play it like that. If I got to bump it up to the 60, then I'll bump it up to 60 since it's a racing game. But if it looks beautiful and it runs perfect at 30 to me, then I'll play the 30. I still don't think 30 should be acceptable. Like if there was a game that could only play at 30, then no, it's not acceptable. But I understand why some people are like, yo, I bought a 4K TV. I want to be able to see my games in 4K. You know?
Right.
So I
Now,
get it.
now just to add on though, I would never play at 30 if there's other options available. So example would be previous games right now, how they're doing. Let's just use Ratchet and Clank because I think the way they did it was pretty good. So they had the 4K 30 with ray tracing, 4K 60 like with some ray tracing. It was like the performance mode, and then it had the 1080p version, right? 120, I think. Was it 120? Or was it like, I don't remember. But they gave you options, right? I would never play at the 4K 30 if given the option. The only thing about PC is it gives you more options. More options. You're not limited. At least nowadays with the next generation consoles, they're giving you a little bit more options. At least two, where you have, hey, you want the game to look amazing or do you want the performance? And that's when you get the 60 plus, which is nice. But I will never play a game if there is that 60 FPS option. Period. Never. So like what you did, Doc, I would never do that.
Because you wouldn't even try it.
I wouldn't even try it. Well, okay, I would try it to see how it is, but I would never play the actual whole game with it. I would turn it on, like, let me see how it runs, and then go back instantly, because that's now...
Chat, how many of you want to see him take up that challenge and play a game at 30 from start to finish?
Well, so, all right, hold on. I can do that, but the thing is, again, if there's other options available. So I played Ghost of Tsushima on my PS4 Pro, and I enjoyed it. That there's no doubt about that, Doc. I'm just telling you, if I have an option, I will not play it at that. But that's why I said 30 FPS is playable because it works as long as there's no frame dips. I played Ghost of Tsushima. I played all the other games on the PS4 Pro already. I've been doing that as far as like on the console side. But on my PC, I will never do that because I have those options available. That's the difference. You see what I'm saying?
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See. Okay. I'm looking at the chat right now. I see Jersey's last comment. He says, "I will play Bloodborne in 30 FPS all day. I love that game." So boom. Thank you, Jersey. I appreciate you being honest. You see. So that shows you that a game can be good enough to where the experience of the game trumps everything else. So okay. I understand. So you can play 30 if you're locked to it, and you got to play it on console.
Yeah.
But
so
on your
like,
PC, you're always now. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
And don't cap ISO.
No,
You too,
I'm not.
Dakkota. Don't
Hey,
cap.
wait,
All right.
we just talked about. I speak facts. Remember?
That's right. Factual gamer at its finest. All right. All right. Check this out. I'm gonna ask you this question.
Okay.
What type of panel do you have?
I have an LCD panel,
Oh, how many hertz?
144.
How about you, Dakkota?
Same.
144. Okay. Are you guys satisfied with 60 FPS, or do you guys try to go higher than that? Be honest.
So 60 works for me. 60 will work.
No. Listen to what I asked.
Okay.
Do you try to go higher than 60?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Dakkota, do you try to go higher than 60?
Yeah, I always set frames to unlimited or uncapped.
Okay. Why is that?
So that way the graphics card and my computer can just run it at whatever settings it wants to and doesn't have limitations.
No. Why do you not just put it to 60?
Because I know my system can do better.
Okay, you, ISO?
Say that question again.
Why, if you said that 60 is okay,
Yeah.
Dakota, you say 60 is okay, why do you guys shoot for higher frames? Why are you guys adjusting graphics to shoot for higher frames when 60 is okay? Why wouldn't you want the highest fidelity at 60?
Well, because I prioritize performance, so I would rather have higher frame rates than just be at the highest quality for the frame rate or highest quality. That's just me. I always aim for the middle ground. That's just how I do it. So I mean, could I probably leave it at 60? Yeah, but that I like, again, I focus on the performance aspect. That's just how that's part of the gaming for me. I like to get really great performance out of the game. I don't look at the overall quality. Graphic wise. I gotta clarify that.
Same thing with you, Dakkota?
Yeah, and with a lot of the games I play, like I'm already playing with my graphics set to the highest quality and still getting over 60 frames.
So then how do you guys feel about these consoles then? Like,
I like it.
yeah, like how do you guys feel about the performance and the quality of these consoles? Like, is it up to par? Is it good enough? Is it too? Are they too weak? Like, what do you guys think then?
I like
Um,
my console. I like my PS5.
Okay, you, ISO.
so I feel like what they're doing is in a really great direction, but I feel like what limits them even more is ray tracing. But honestly, as long as the consoles offer like those three options, I feel like is the perfect example would be the 4K 30 with ray tracing, 4K 60 without ray tracing, 1080p, 1440p, 120. I don't care. Like I think if they could do that, by all means, I think they're good for where they're at. For the amount of money you pay for $500, that is perfect. I have no issue with that. And they're going in that direction. So yeah, I feel like they're doing what they're supposed to do. Is it quite there yet? No, but still really new in the generation. They'll figure it out sooner or later, and then we'll go see how it goes from there.
So if you guys could only game on console, and you had those three options, you would pick the middle one.
Yep, I would always pick the middle one.
You too, Dakota.
Yeah, depending on the
Okay.
game.
Okay. Fair enough. All right.
Well, how do you feel? Do you feel like your Xbox Series X is where it's supposed to be as far as the performance aspect? Being able to play Halo at 120, things like that, do you feel like it's pretty good for what you paid for, or are you still disappointed in it?
No, no, definitely not disappointed.
Okay.
What I think the Xbox Series X to me is actually doing what it needs to do because it has that happy medium that you guys talk about, which is at 1440p, right? So I would love if I could play all games at freaking these would be my options if I could. It would be 1440p ray tracing 60, or it would be 4K no ray tracing 60, or 1080p no ray tracing 120. But the reason I did that challenge for myself is to see if I could enjoy a game at 30 and get all the bells and whistles as far as the visuals go.
Oh yeah.
Because as these games continue to get developed, like they're gonna look even better and better and better. So I'm excited to see what these games are gonna look like as far as the graphics and stuff like that. But the 60 is definitely what I would want for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm
But
glad that I could play at 30.
on a side question, do you think at all that will these consoles offer more than those three typical like graphical settings, or do you think they might actually expand on it a little bit more?
I hope they don't because I don't want them to become PCs.
Right. Okay. I was just curious. I think those three options would be perfect because you can at least kind of, you know, push for the gamers who just love that performance aspect, that just want that 120, versus the gamers who are like 4K 30. I want to see how amazing it looks, and as long as there's no frame dips, because that's the problem where 30 comes in. When it frames dip, oh, you see the frame dip. That's the only big problem with it. 60, you see it,
Yeah.
but it's not as obvious and rough from 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I agree.
here's a happy medium for that. You could have like basic graphical settings where it's literally like those three, and then you could have like a drop down menu for advanced. You can have those be more adjusted.
Yeah, but I think that goes into the part where Doc doesn't want them like PCs though. That's the thing. We're trying to simplify it
Yeah.
where
Right.
it's like
Well,
you
yeah,
get a
but
console for a
like
reason. You don't want. I don't think a lot of gamers want to care about that fan speed and stuff like that. I mean, some might, right?
yeah.
But for the most part, if you're buying a console, I feel like that simplicity part is there and a big reason why you're getting it. You know?
Yeah, and same. It wouldn't be like the exact same like details of consoles. I mean, of PCs as well. Like it'd be something like simple that you throw into advanced, like turning ray tracing on off, depth of field, motion blur, stuff like that.
Right. I see what you're saying. I don't know if they'll do that. I mean, they might put little settings in, but for the most part, I think it's gonna be just those basic like 2 to 3. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah,
think the way they have it now is perfect. I don't think they should add any more different settings to the console gaming because it's just going to be too much, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah.
All right. So you guys think that was pretty good?
I think that's good. I think we're ready to move.
All right. Well,
Let's
before we move on, I just want to remind you guys, please check out Dakota's Twitch. He does Twitch. He does go live stream. He actually has a schedule So if you go on to his
Eh,
Twitch channel, you can check it out. And of course, we have.
schedule that I haven't kept to at all recently.
Well, I don't know. Damn it! Why'd you have to tell him that? Okay. Well.
Well, that's because I've got something big planned for Saturday. That's why.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Big baller. I think he's gonna
12-hour
I
birthday
think
stream.
he's doing a giveaway, guys. Just make sure you watch it. So we have, of course, Dark1985. There's levels of layers to this. Check out his YouTube channel. He does Twitch also. Make sure to check him out. And of course, we have myself. We're on our channel right now. I do upload, but I actually started doing a lot more Twitch streaming. I have that in the link below, so if you guys can give a follow, really appreciate it. But yeah, other than that, before we move on, let me hit up chat. I'll try to get. There's a lot, so forgive me. I know I might skip over some stuff, but let me just see what you guys were saying. So, we got Atrocity Night, so appreciate you stopping by. I don't know if I caught you earlier. We're not going to be talking about them. Let's see. I haven't been able to catch a stream in a while. Coding isn't around the clock job sometimes. Oh, damn. So Sever knows what's up. Well, hopefully you don't work too hard. Y'all got it twisted. No. I sold the PS5 because after I beat Demon Souls, I really wasn't interested in it past that. Oh, okay. I mean, hey, to each their own. It is what it is. I prioritize performance. That is why I game on a PC. I don't have a compromise. Sensei Thought says, what's up, chat? It was good. Appreciate you stopping by. We got Laughing is the Cure. Where's the cap? TK9 for me. Higher frames only really matter in multiplayer games. Yep. Everyone kind of has their own, like, what they're willing to do in certain type of games. You know, like Doc said with the racing game, right? But any shooter, you should be aiming for, like, 60 plus. Well,
Multiplayer.
Yeah, any like multiplayer shooter or even a shooter in general, I would say 60 plus would be the way to go. But however you game is however you game. Cyberpunk just released a new patch a couple hours ago, supposed to be the biggest hit. Did you download that patch, Dakota?
I don't see anything in my downloads waiting.
Oh, you might have did it already, or they just didn't push it out yet. I have no idea. Then we'll see. Let me know. Keep that same energy, but really tired of shilling. Not to mention that Phil Spencer did it to me on Twitter. I have no idea what's going on. Been telling everyone Hellblade is dope. Cyberpunk is $10 at Best Buy and GameStop. Damn, that's cheap. That's cheap, cheap. 60 FPS should be the standard, not 30. I agree with that. I can tell the difference between 30 and 60. Most people say they can't tell on console. At least I don't see how it looks like a slideshow. When you see it, maybe I'm just not used to 30 FPS, maybe. I would say if you're definitely used to 60 plus, you're going to notice it. But it's still playable. You're just gonna notice it.
Yeah.
It's finest 120, 240. You can get a little different, but from 3060 is night and day. Yeah, 3060 is definitely night and day. I could do both, like with Devil May Cry 5. It didn't bother me. With Gears 5, hell no. See, shooters. That's the thing. Shooters, you want to do 60 plus. Past 120 is not really too noticeable. Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I think past 120 is where it gets like debatable. Like between 100 and 120 is where it's kind of like at a certain point you're not going to notice any difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Ellis Foster. I play my Xbox One X at 4K 30 and it ain't that bad, but the smoothness of my Series S and X at 60, 120 is butter. Oh yeah, big facts. Harold says, change my mind. 30 FPS is basically lagging in campaign games. Oh jeez. 30 FPS looks strange to me. Okay, I gotta skip over a little bit. Another thing that bothers me about PlayStation. Oh, we're gonna skip that. Yeah, loading times and quick resume makes it hard to play my One X. Yo, Doc, there's levels to this. I feel like ray trace is not useful. Settings. I think I know what you're saying. You feel like ray tracing is not that useful.
It's really not, because you'll notice ray tracing if you stop. But as you're playing the game and you're going through stuff, like you're not really like, especially if it's like an action-packed game, you ain't looking at shadows or reflections and stuff like that. You're just playing.
Let me see.
Yeah.
So the frame rates on the VR higher or lower than 4K 30? I'm asking honestly because I watch your VR and I'm interested. Each lens has its certain like resolution to it. And I would have to say, from what it looks like, it's 30 because a lot of shit's going on. So to me, it doesn't feel like 60. But my VR headset's really old. And I know the newer ones do it. I don't believe the Oculus Rift does 60. If it does, I don't think I'm getting it for the most part. Do you know, Dakota, you had the Rift?
Not sure about the Rift, but I know with the Index, you can adjust the refresh rate and the frame rate on it as well.
Yeah, I know the newer ones do it. The Rift doesn't feel like 60 though, but it's VR, so it's like a different type of gaming, so I'm not as bothered by it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're expecting things to go crazy.
Yeah, the games are great in 30 FPS, but 60 FPS plus just makes the experience a tad bit better, being smoother and ready for the 60 FPS norm. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip a little bit because we do gotta get to the next topic. I say people who have a gaming PC are privileged, and privilege is blind to those who have it. I'm fine with the Series S at $300 as long as it's a good game. I'm good. Hey, that's all that matters, man. As long as you're happy with your gaming, that's the main thing. Screw what everyone else says. Let me see. He probably doesn't care. Honestly, ISO was awesome. Oh, Spartan Man, he sold his PS5. Yes, I did sell my PS5. ISO needs to buy the PS5 again for director cuts. No, I'm not buying. God damn.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, why you do this to me? Let's see. Games like Division 2, it's night and day because of the reflections, butter smooth. Division 1 was awesome. It's that game. 570 FPS is good FPS. Oh my, that is a lot of FPS. The only game I got like almost 570 that it showed was CSGO, but CSGO always does that. The frame rates are ridiculous. All right, so I think that's it. All right, so we got the second topic, which is of course Doc's topic, because there's levels of layers to this, like an onion.
Actual gamer.
Hey, go ahead and put onion in chat, guys. If you got the little emoji for it, do it for Doc. Do it for Doc. All right, let's see. All right, so Doc, I'm gonna let you kick this off so I can kind of get an idea of how you want to say about it.
Okay.
Or actually, wait. Am I doing the Game Pass one first or the consumer one first?
Consumer.
Let's do the consumer one first, and we'll ask the Game Pass one last.
Okay. How does the
All right.
profit of a company help the consumer? Go ahead, Doc.
Okay, so this is an honest question. I see 20 people in chat right now, or 28 people in chat right now. Please leave your answers because I really want to know this. I don't fully understand this. A lot of the topics between what is better and what is worse and all this other stuff somehow always turns to money and the profits that either a company is making or either a developer is making or how much a game is selling and all this other stuff. And to me, as you guys know, I'm sitting here trying to view everything from the most simplest perspective. I don't understand how that helps me out at all. Like, I don't get how that helps me out at all or how that helps out an argument at all. So I'm going to say, for instance, the big news is that Hades, 93% of the sales were on a different platform than on the Xbox. And to me, it's just like, can I play the game? Yes, I can, because it's on Game Pass. Why does that matter to me? And that's what I don't understand. So I want somebody else to really be objective about it and explain how the profit of a company. You know what? Even if you got a cap, like, come up with a reason as to why that would matter to me. How much Microsoft is making, how much Microsoft is selling, how much profit a developer is making on Game Pass. How does that matter to me as a consumer? And the reason I say that is because with everything else, I don't worry about how much Eminem made when he dropped Kamikaze on Apple Music. I never once thought about it. Not a single day. I never heard. I didn't hear freaking what's the song? Any of the songs on freaking Music to Be Murdered By, and thought, man, I wonder if Eminem got paid for this. I wonder if Eminem made this much money on Apple versus how much he made on Spotify. It doesn't matter to me. When I watch a movie on Amazon Prime or on Netflix or I watch a show on Hulu, I'm never thinking how much did the makers of this product make. So why is it in gaming different? That's my question to you guys. What is it that I'm not seeing that people keep using money? And what's funny is, I don't think Beast of the Truth is on here, but what's funny is I learned this from a conversation he had with and Now Your Mama Knows with a cowboy. where he mentions, like, I guess Cowboy was talking about money or whatever, and he was like, Xbox is worth more than, whatever, right? And Cowboy was like, no, Microsoft is, right? Or something like that. And he's like, no, Xbox. And I remember I went and I looked it up. Man, if you Google how much Xbox is worth, not Microsoft, Xbox, it is worth way more than the competition. But my thing is that doesn't make my gaming experience any better or less. So the sales of a game or how much the developer made, I'm trying to understand how that benefits me or affects me. So if you guys could explain that, I would greatly appreciate it. And then I definitely obviously want to hear Dakota's take and you guys' take, because that's another thing. I never hear PC gamers talking about how much Steam is paying their developers. I never heard that. And Steam be having crazy sales all the time.
Yeah, and I can tell you why, because I don't care.
Okay, so go ahead.
You choose where to, huh? Yeah. So I've never cared like how much a developer made on Steam, right? Because the point of the matter is, if I buy the game, for the most part, that's all the money they're gonna get from me, unless they have like DLC and all these other add-ons that I can choose to buy, right? But for the most part, they are guaranteed at least that base game that I bought, right? Now, where you choose to release the game is not my problem. You chose to release it on Steam. You chose to release it on the Epic Game Store. You chose to release it on Game Pass. It's not my problem. It really isn't.
Facts.
I don't think about that concept. I mean, the only thing where I can see it matters is you want to know how much money they're making, because it kind of gives you an idea of how they're gonna progress or what they're gonna do content wise. But they could be making a lot of money and still not have a lot of content. So that's another thing. They're not obligated to push out something just because they're making mad money. So,
or even worse, they could be making a ton of money and give you the same thing next year with little tweaks. Call of Duty, Madden, like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, making crazy amounts of money, and the only thing you get is now you got a jetpack. Oh, now you can run on walls. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like, so I don't think about that part, because my main thing is I see a game like early access. We know a lot of early access games are from developers who may not have a lot of funding, which is why they do early access. And we buy the game knowing that there is a potential chance that this game might get dropped because they don't have enough funding. That's facts, right, Dakota?
Yep.
It happens. But that's why you kind of follow what their plan is, their roadmaps, things like that, and you put your faith in it, right? You put your faith that this game is going to finish. But other than that, I mean, like, let's say Ark Survival Evolved. I've never bought any of the DLC. I bought the base game and that's it. So, I mean, to me, it shouldn't matter what you're buying or how they go about releasing the game. They chose to do that. And in us, we choose whether or not to buy the game, right? Or to play it, whatever the case is. That's a whole different, like, they're in their whole different realm.
okay, so I like that answer. So you can't really tell me how their pockets affect me.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Dakota, what do you think? Can you explain to me how their pockets affect me?
How they affect you?
Yeah, as a
Not
consumer.
really. But they could affect like other people as well. Like, look at it like how movies do. Like, you hear about this movie gets released, and you hear it does not do well at the box office. It had like a budget of 150 million, but the movie only made like 10 million on opening night.
Well, they should have made a good movie, bro.
Boom! Boom!
Yeah,
That's it. That's it.
but
That's it. Nobody's going around like, I love this movie so much. You should support this movie. Go watch it. And I'm like, no. But
Yeah,
go ahead,
so-
Dakota.
Yeah, good.
so if you look at it like that, people are gonna be like, oh wow, this movie did shit on opening night. I'm not gonna go see it because other people might not be interested. You can look at a game as well, like, oh, they only sold like 30,000 copies of this game. Why am I gonna get it if it's not doing well?
But that's the problem that I have, Dakota, because I have never looked to see how much a game made to decide whether I wanted to buy it. I'll look at the reviews, but to see how much a game made, I don't even know where I would even go to look that up.
Yeah.
Like, how much,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I don't understand why that becomes an
But that-
argument.
like I can see how that was when like before a lot of the streaming services were out and they had like the no shit commercials for video games and it said we've sold 1.5 million copies of Call of Duty 2 and stuff like that on the commercial and they're trying to like push more people to buy it. But nowadays where you can either A, look on online reviews, B, watch a Twitch streamer play it if you want to see gameplay first hand, or just look at gameplay videos on YouTube and stuff like that, or even read other people's reviews, not just critic reviews. Like, sale numbers don't really matter unless you buy the game and it's doing really good and you're wondering why there isn't a sequel. Then sale numbers matter.
Yeah, I think the only negative thing that it'll do to affect us, right, is kind of like Dakkota said. You have a game that comes out, you enjoy the game, you love the game, right? Like, oh, this game is amazing, even though it has faults, whatever the case is, you still accept the game for what it is. But because the game didn't do well, there's no sequel, there's no additional updates. That's it, because funding was trash. There's nothing. The game didn't do well. It is what it is. But on top of that, if they release a good game, they won't have that problem. So a good example is Valheim. That game released out of nowhere. I didn't know about the game whatsoever. But because they released a good game for cheap too, $20, it sold like 5 million plus copies because it was a good game. You know what I mean? For the price point, it was a great game. A lot of people have to agree that you feel like you robbed them paying $20. Like, facts. It was crazy how much content was in that game for $20. But if you release a good game for a good price, people will buy it. People will talk about it. You will get your funding.
Facts. And that's the way I feel. So I see. I'm looking at TK9's comment right now. TK9 said, "Yeah, I better watch the Suicide Squad.
I'm not watching
It better be good. It better be
I'm
good.
not, no, I'm not watching
I'm
it. I'm
gonna
sorry.
wait till it comes out on Movie Pass.
Oh my,
I'm gonna wait till it comes
Oh
out
my
on Movie
God.
Pass. TK,
Oh
Like,
my-
you
what
know
the
Microsoft's
hell?
working on it.
oh
DC
my,
cannot make a good movie.
They're gonna be making a Movie
What-
Pass.
what the
If
hell?
they make a Movie Pass, think about it. What if they made a Movie Pass
Oh
and
my
they
gosh.
integrated it with game? Boy, it'd be amazing. I mean, Netflix is
Stop.
gonna go into gaming, right?
Stop.
Oh my God,
Movie
Okay.
Pass. Oh my gosh.
it's gonna be the new thing. I'm gonna start a
get
rumor.
Someone get
I'm gonna
Doc.
start a rumor. Movie
Oh,
Pass.
Xbox
Movie
is
Pass.
coming out with Movie Pass. They're gonna be
Hashtag movie pass.
hashtag Movie Pass contracted with HBO and AMC.
Oh, we could literally do it on Twitter. I bet you as soon as we say it, I bet you people are gonna start asking, "Where's the link? Where's the link?"
I'm like, it's insider, you know.
Inside, yeah, we should do it. We should all tweet right now.
Oh,
Insider
hang
scoop.
on. There's a user
Movie
here called
Pass.
PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Hey, PlayStation 5 says Suicide Squad will be on Xbox Game Pass with perks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh snap. Okay, so then we have agreed that ultimately it doesn't do anything for the consumer. Like Harold says, I agree with what Harold said. Harold said, what did he say earlier? He said the investors are the ones that really care about this.
Yeah,
Sales are only facts to investors.
And
Yeah,
that's a their problem. It's not my problem.
my problem at all. Don't
Yeah.
put it on the service then.
Yeah. So I mean, the worst case scenario for us is the game gets dropped. That's it. The game gets dropped. No patches, no updates. That's it. That's
All right.
That's like the
People
worst case scenario.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one if y'all don't got nothing else, because this one's gonna be juicy.
Okay. So just a reminder again, check out Dakkota, check out Doc, like the stream, support us. We appreciate you guys being here on the What a War podcast number 19. You guys are awesome. All right, let's go to check out the third one. Go ahead, Doc. Kick it. Go ahead with your Geodude self.
All right, guys. All right, here. This is the last one here. Oh my God! Everyone. Oh my God! I can't believe it.
What a warrior.
I can't even get it out because it's so frustrating. Because everything that's being said about Game Pass contradicts itself. Okay, number one, it's Game Pass is the most evil thing in the world. You should probably do it right now, Dakkota. I literally texted you what to do.
Yeah.
It's the most evil thing in the world, right? Because gaming services are bad for gaming. But Game Pass wasn't the first gaming service. Interesting, right? But now the
That's why.
Xbox is doing. But now there's another one too. But now but because Xbox is doing it, it's bad, right? Then the other argument is that Game Pass is full of bad games. There aren't no good games on Game Pass, right?
Facts.
Which listen, chat. I'm about to give you so much ammo right now for you guys to destroy everybody else on Twitter. So if Game Pass only has bad games, right? Why do they want us to buy those games as well? That makes no sense. So you're saying that Game Pass is full of bad games, but then you want us to buy those bad games to support the developers, but it's full of bad games. Why would you want us to buy bad games?
I ain't
That
buying
makes
no
no
bad
sense.
game. I ain't buying
Exactly,
no
that makes no
what
sense.
the hell?
Exactly. That makes no sense, right? Then here's another one, guys. Chat. I'm about to make a video about this, but you can have this one for free. All 25 of you, right? You guys ready for this one?
Send it.
They complain that Game Pass is renting a game, right? Right. So when you subscribe to Game Pass, you only have that game for a certain limited time, and then eventually that game leaves, right?
Yep.
But then they say that because of that, it doesn't allow you to purchase the game, right? So then my question is, okay, so do you want when a game comes to Game Pass, let's use this game Hades. Hades comes to Game Pass, right? It's on Game Pass right now. Let's say I play this game and I really like it, okay? I like it so much that I'm like, damn, I definitely want to play this game later on. Let's say 6 months from now, Hades is no longer on Game Pass, but I really want to play that game. Guess what I have to do now?
Buy a PC.
No, I gotta buy the fucking game,
Oh, my
right?
bad.
I gotta buy the game.
Yeah.
So if I buy the game, not only did I support it when it was on Game Pass, but because they took it off of Game Pass, I get to support the game again. Now, if the game was to stay on Game Pass the entire time, I would never buy it because it'd be on Game Pass the entire time. So they can't keep using these same arguments because they contradict themselves, and that's what I said in my last video. They keep contradicting themselves, and it's so annoying because they don't even see it. So if Game Pass is a renting service, then it's actually the best thing for game developers because, I could see Microsoft doing this pitch. Hey, guys, put your game on Game Pass, keep it there for a few months. People will get to play it. You'll get free exposure. We're going to pay upfront the cost of you making the game. Then we'll take it off of Game Pass. If anybody wants to get it, they got to buy it, off of you. That's genius, right? But then they complain about it. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, this is what I keep hearing. What are you going to do when Game Pass goes away because it's not sustainable?
Easy.
What are you going to do when Game Pass goes away because it's not sustainable? Go ahead, Iso. What do you think I'm going to do when Game Pass goes away?
You go back to buying games.
Exactly.
I thought the pony got him.
Exactly.
I thought you were getting choked out, Doc. I was like worried for you for a
Exactly.
second. I was
No,
really worried.
you see how simple that was? They think like if this gaming service goes away, it's like the end of the world. Like if the gaming service goes away, then we'll go back to how we were doing things before. Or what if, because it happens all the times with things, sometimes people come up with idea, right? People come up with idea and they try something, right? And it doesn't succeed, but somebody else sees that same thing and could pinpoint where that specific product did not succeed, and they come out and do it better.
Ooh.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about this not succeeding. I'm not worried about it at all, because if it goes away, I'm fine. We'll go back to how we were doing business before. But while it's still here, why in the world would I not take advantage of it?
You'd be stupid
Why
not
in
to.
the would I not take advantage of this? If you are a PC gamer, why are you not taking advantage of these games that you can download on your hardware so that you can play it however you want, whatever fidelity you want? Like literally when I made that video talking about how Game Pass and Microsoft is the best platform, there's levels to this. They're not even looking at the boxes anymore under your TV.
Levels of layers.
Platform. Okay? platform. So again, it's just like I don't understand what the fear is. So for me, Game Pass goes away. Doesn't really bother me. All right, I'm gonna go back to doing business the way I was doing before. But what I do know, and this is a fact, if Game Pass goes away, the level of diversity in games that I'm willing to try is gonna drop drastically.
Oh, you know what? It is gonna affect you, Doc. You want to know why?
Hmm.
You're gonna have a very significant slower pace of raising up your gamer score.
God damn, you're right. God damn.
It does affect you. I mean, you're
God
trying to raise
damn.
it. Game Pass is perfect for that. But once it goes away, you're back to being a cheap ass. You know.
Oh, you want me to? Do you want to know where I'm at right now?
Doc's not a real gamer, neither is ISO.
Oh.
Do you want to know where I'm
casual
at
gamer.
in the leaderboards right now?
Where?
I'm number 4.
Well, wait. Do you have a lot of friends on the leaderboard though? That's a different question.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's
If you only
disrespectful.
have
That's
five,
disrespectful.
if you only have 5
That's so
friends,
disrespectful.
that doesn't help you. You're still on the bottom.
I'm about to delete the top 3. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to unfriend
Oh
them.
my god.
Dang.
I'll be number 1. That's what I'm about to
Oh
do.
my god. Why would you do this?
There's levels to this.
Levels of layers to this, like an onion.
TK over there watching too much Suicide Squad, dog. TK number 10 on my stuff. Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. It goes lower, not higher. Wait.
What are you talking about?
Wait, when
no,
you say-
I'm higher than him. I'm number 4.
Oh dang.
I'm talking mad trash, but I know TK gonna get that up in one weekend. Watch, he's gonna be like, "All right, Doc, watch this,"
It's like, oh, easy
and
day.
then it's a wrap. Yeah.
All right, Dakota. What's your thoughts on that? Kick it.
Doesn't affect me at all.
None.
Why?
That's because I don't use Game Pass.
Okay, let me flip it for you. You use Steam, right?
Yeah,
What happens if Steam goes away?
I go to
go to
Epic.
Epic.
Exactly. That's my whole point. You'll figure out another way to get games, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Exactly. Jesus.
I mean, I would be disappointed because you would lose a shit ton of games. But yeah, you would find another way.
Okay, what about you, Iso?
What I just answered.
You'd be disappointed?
he
Wait,
go to
wait.
Epic as well.
Yeah.
Well,
wait,
no, but you also have an Xbox, Iso.
it's technically not mine, but yes, I do.
Okay. Subscribe to Ultimate.
Yes, I am.
Okay. How would you feel if it goes away?
I would not be okay. All right, let's use this. How about Game Pass on PC? Because again, I'm a PC gamer. I don't touch the Series S that much. I would be like, damn, that sucks. But oh well.
Do you know what I compare this to? Chat, listen to this. This is what I compare this to.
Wait, hold on. Hold that thought. I know you're very passionate. Let's hit up chat real quick because we we have not read chat for a while. So go ahead, Doc.
My bad, chat. You want me to read chat?
Yeah, you read chat because I know you love to talk.
Okay, let me see. I don't even know. I'm gonna skip through a few things. Okay.
Turtle can't walk fast, but they talk fast.
Oh.
God damn.
J Flow, I like that. People who say Game Pass has bad games is cap. They got to make up the choice. It's either bad games or not. And if they have bad games, then the argument of buy the games doesn't make any sense. Like, why you want me to buy bad games then, right? Harold says Game Pass ain't going away. Ellis Foster says HBO day and date. Oh yeah, don't they do day and date?
Some movies, yes.
Smart said, if Game Pass goes away, I can't breathe. As the sponsor says, GameFly. Jersey says, Stadia is a service, and you can buy the game. Boom. I don't even know what that means.
Boom. Well,
Jersey doesn't even know that he's biased against Stadia, but he is. I was trying to explain to him yesterday. I was like, yo, it's free. It's literally free. Like, when you talk about bad business model, it's literally free. Vince Crichton. Who's this guy? Game Pass will go away when we can NFT mint game licenses, and there is a reseller market for digital games. Oh, that'll be tough. Yeah,
I'm
they
curious.
do that.
I'm curious how that would go.
They do that.
I can see it happening sooner or later.
Do that. That'll be. I mean, that would benefit everybody.
Well, it's kind of like what is it? G2A, how they sell keys at a lower price than the MSRP price on Steam and other stuff like that.
Franchise says, I need to get in the game with Doc. Hold on, let me keep it zen. She said money lost. How say y'all tripping? Game Pass ain't going nowhere. If Game Pass goes away, gaming will be saved. Come on, Cicada. And then he dabbed.
Oh.
But hey, what up, Cloud? Cloud says hello. What up, Cloud? Let's see. Game Pass subscribers keep going up. It's generating revenue. I mean, look again. I don't understand how they making money, but it really doesn't bother me. I'm just trying to take advantage of being able to game. Are they hating because they have no choice but to pay $70 or wait for a sale? Ooh, wait, Marie, speaking facts. Ellis, if Game Pass goes away, we still gonna be playing the games we want to play on a better overall piece of plastic. I mean, yeah. No, I understand. If Game Pass goes away, we're gonna be playing the games that we want to play. Game Pass is allowing me to play games that I wouldn't even look at.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That I wouldn't even look at.
You have a little bit more variety of options without
Bro,
sacrificing anything.
Yeah, yesterday when I was in the chat, they were already talking about what game I should play next. And you know what was so cool?
Fable.
That's what people were saying. Yeah, but people were talking about it, right? And they were like, you know what? Somebody said, you know what's so cool is the fact that he has access to all these games. So like literally, whatever they recommend, I have access to that. Like that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like how could somebody hate on that?
You just have to make sure to play it. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely playing more games than ever because of Game Pass. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Shout out to the Legend 350. He just dropped a video that's gonna get him in a lot of trouble, but I love it.
What a warrior!
Yeah. But yeah, so it looks like no one's afraid if this thing goes away. Everything's gonna be all right.
Yep.
I think
Only one person said they can't breathe.
Dakkota, do the thing, bro.
Yeah, do the thing, Dakkota.
Oh.
Expensive piece of gear for no reason.
There's a reason.
Hurry up.
We'll do it. Yeah, I wish I had Game Pass as a kid. I had hate.
Game Pass here to destroy the gaming industry.
Oh no!
Oh my God, no!
Game Pass! What are you doing?
Why would you do this?
Is this really what you want to do?
Don't do this!
Yes.
Oh geez.
Why? Why do you want to destroy the gaming industry?
Why not?
Oh no.
Don't you want gamers or developers to keep making money?
They'll always make money.
Oh my goodness. How do you plan on destroying the gaming industry though?
Oh fucking no.
He's like, oh, he's like, that's it. That's all I got. I don't know how to do this. That's it. Oh, it's Dak. Look at this warrior.
Yeah,
hilarious.
You're a dick.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Some people just want to see the world burn. That's funny. All right, guys. So that was pretty much it. That was the last topic. So I like all the clarity that I got. So you guys made it easy for me. So it doesn't matter to me how much a developer is making or how much a company is making. That has no impact on me as a consumer.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I wanted to say, right? This is the way I view Game Pass right now. It's a great value, right? So let's say someone that likes to drink coffee or whatever their favorite coffee place is, right? Let's say, okay, sure, Starbucks, whatever. Let's say Starbucks is running some new thing to beat its competition where if you buy a coffee before 10 o'clock, you get another coffee the next day for free. So now you only got to buy a coffee every other day because the next day you're going to get a coupon for free, right? If somebody was to tell you, if somebody said they liked, I don't know, what's another coffee company? Dutch Brothers?
Caribou.
Okay, if somebody was to tell you, yo, why are you going to go to Starbucks to get coffee when they're giving you extra coffee for free for the price of one coffee, and the people that pick the coffee beans are being, properly compensated? You should not go there, and you should actually go to where you're going to pay for every single cup of coffee because that's the right thing for the coffee bean farmers.
Doc, I just want some coffee, bro. What the fuck?
You're gonna be like, shut up! Like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah, they already mark up the coffee, so
are you out of your mind? You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make any sense.
I just
You're
want
gonna
some
take
coffee.
advantage of this. That's the problem too, right? Listen, chat. Listen, that's the problem, right? In everything else, everyone is willing to take the best deal. the best value. People looking for coupons. People looking for the best deal of whatever. But when it comes to gaming, I should pay full price?
Of course.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes, Doc.
No, that don't make... Again, this is the only industry where I have heard people tell me support... I don't even hear people tell me support the artists.
They're already rich. It's
Again,
okay.
No one's ever told me, yo, you like the Eminem album, go buy it after you streamed it.
I
Like
bought,
that, you
like
you would
one
look at
Eminem
somebody
CD.
like they're crazy.
I
You
bought-
would look at them like they're crazy.
They are pretty crazy.
Somebody tried to argue with me in the comments, talking about how that they said that if they do like an artist, right, they listen to 3 or 4 songs, that they go ahead and they actually freaking buy the album. And I was like, okay,
hey, good
dog.
on you. Good on you. Good job.
I'm like, but be honest. Do you think you're the norm, or do you think you're weird? Like, be honest, bro.
You're
like,
not the norm.
hell no, bro. Hell no. But it is what it is. So, guys, you guys are gonna be seeing a lot of Game Pass hate because of what the Outriders developers said, which is so crazy. That's another thing, right? I don't want to take this subject off topic, but I just want to give everybody ammo. Here's the deal, right? When Outriders first came out, right? It wasn't, no one gave, 2 hoots about it. Then it came out that Outriders was going to be on Game Pass, and I'll be the first one to say, I remember a lot of Xbox people were capping for this game real hard, right? But then a lot of people were saying, well, how is this game good just because it's on Game Pass? And I agree, just because a game is on Game Pass doesn't make it good, right? Right? So it doesn't mean that it makes it good, right? Oh my God, here we go.
Oh, jeez.
I see a comment, but I'm gonna let it slide. But anyways, it threw me off. So again, Outriders, right? So it comes out, no one's really hyping it. It's gonna come out on Game Pass. The game starts getting hyped because it's gonna be on Game Pass, and then a whole bunch of people, rightfully so, was like, "Oh, now you're saying that the game is good because it's coming on Game Pass. Now you're saying that the game is good. The game is not good. The game is trash. This and that. Blah blah blah." Right? Turns out they were right. The game was okay at best. But now the Outriders developer or publisher, whoever it is saying that they didn't make a profit. They're saying that we should support this. You guys literally said this game wasn't that good. Why would we support it? That makes no sense. You literally said this game wasn't that good, but now you want me to go out and buy it. Like what? Like what? Oh my God, I'm gonna read this comment right now. Hey, Cloud Data. Love you to death, my dude. You said you paid $25 for Hades. I hope you don't have Game Pass. I hope you don't have Game Pass. Okay, fair enough. He said, but if I want it on Game Pass, that's cool too. Perfect. Perfect. I love that. That's right. So the same way you could say that is the same way I could say I'll play it on Game Pass, and if I want to buy it, I could as well.
Look at Doc being passionate. Oh, hey. Sorry, I'm doing the podcast real quick.
Just because
I'm so casual gamer experience. Ooh. Oh my God. You're my
God
Almost.
damn!
Oh,
God
yeah.
damn, you roasted me. What the hell? What the hell?
I'm so sorry.
You're a what the hell?
Sorry.
Go ahead, do it again.
man.
Go ahead, do it again so everyone can hear you clearly. Go ahead. Go ahead, do it again so everyone can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yo, we're dying. Go ahead, do it again.
I can't.
Oh, she can't do it again.
I'm sorry. I didn't know your mic was on. I
Oh,
didn't know that they
jeez.
could hear me like that.
Oh, jeez.
damn,
Hi,
dog.
Morgan.
Damn. Good games are coming fast.
damn.
And
God
they're
damn.
coming to Game Pass.
What the hell, Doc?
He's lost his mind.
Doc is always
You
lost.
didn't hear the song?
I did.
What's it play first and what's
I'm
it
the
play
one who
last?
shared it to you.
Oh, so why you acting like you don't know it? Why you acting like you don't know it? It's an amazing song.
Games.
I love it. Oh, wait, what did he say? Did he say it?
All right, you ready? Ready?
Hey, let's do it together. You ready?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
For TK9. What don't Xbox got?
Games. Dakota, what the fuck?
You don't know nothing, bro. Yo, the Dakota don't know shit. Hey, TK, who's the dude on your podcast that don't know shit either? Always misses the cues. He always misses the cue.
So whatever Doc says that you're supposed to yell out games.
Oh,
Yeah,
All right,
it's from
do it again. Do it
no,
again.
I did not get the memo.
Oh, okay. Now you got it.
He says there's a group of people that go to rallies, and they be like, and they start the AA meeting. Yo,
dying.
TK's a fool, bro. TK's a fool. So they start the AA meeting, talking about what the Xbox got.
Games.
Names.
This guy, you get kicked out. You would get kicked out. You wouldn't make it.
Later.
You wouldn't make it. You wouldn't make it. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Ah, shit, he left. Oh god, it's back.
Oh,
No,
no.
he left.
Bye,
There
then.
he is. He's back.
Oh
New
shit.
games are coming fast, and they're all on Game Pass. Oh my god.
Oh geez, what a doc.
Oh man.
All right, so I mean, we did the podcast for 1 hour 11 minutes, a lot shorter than what we normally do. Do you want to talk about anything else or close up? What's up? What's going on, gents? Take
So
it
listen. This is what I want from the chat. I want the chat to go on Twitter, okay?
Oh geez.
And I want you guys to play the sympathy role. I did this on a live podcast before I came on here. I was in the comment section talking about, guys, why don't you guys just want me to play games the way that I want to play them? I like services. Like, why don't you, like, what's the problem? Man, they got so mad and so triggered and they kept coming at me. And I was like, but I'm just a gamer. I just want a game. And this is the way I could afford games. And they got so mad. They were like, well, you need to quit gaming. I was like, damn, so I'm not allowed to game just because I can't afford, oh man, it was hilarious. They were so mad. They were so mad. As you guys know, Cloud got me on this damn challenge where I can't, certain things for 30 days, right? But and I'm not gonna lie, Cloud, it's hard because right now I would have destroyed that community and making no damn sense. But I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna stick to it. But yeah, my thing is like, yo, how come y'all don't want me to game, man? Like, you pay $25 for Hades, that's cool. But
It's because you're casual.
I just pay $15 a month,
You're
and if
just
I
a
want to,
casual.
like what? Like, I don't get it. Like, damn, so we're not allowed to game?
Nope.
Damn. Hey, here's another one too. Here's another argument again, bro. Because I could go all day with this. Listen to this one. Listen to this argument.
Okay.
I heard this. If Outriders was not on Game Pass, it would have sold better on the Xbox platform, right? Okay. Here's the problem with that same statement. Because a lot of people say Xbox gamers don't buy games. So, if Xbox gamers don't buy games anyways, how was Outrider going to be bought more if it wasn't on Game Pass?
Oh snap.
We don't buy games anyways. What would have happened is it would have gotten less exposure then on Game Pass. Again, they don't make any sense. Harold says, get a job, Doc. Grow up. You can't afford games the right way. You right. I cannot afford games the right way.
I'm banned on Twitter. Jeez, Xcoin. God damn. It's
Good
okay,
games are
Doc.
coming fast, bro. No, I just feel bad because they don't want me to game. It's like, yeah, I like. Subscribe. So can I tell you something?
Go ahead, Doc.
I'm subscribed to 2 gaming services, and I like them both.
What?
So should I not be subscribed to either of them? Should I just pay full price for the game on the other service too? Because I'm sure if I go to the other services store for some of these games like The Witcher 3 and stuff like that, I'm sure I'll still probably have to pay a pretty penny. Damn, man. So I just feel bad. So unless I pay $12 for The Witcher 3 to be able to play it once, I'm not a real gamer. Or that would make me a real gamer. But if I was to pay $5 a month and have access to The Witcher 3 and let's say, I don't know, something else like, I don't know, maybe an exclusive title of some sort, that makes me not a real gamer. I just want a game, guys. I just want a game. Bro, that's how I be killing them. I be killing them with kindness. I don't even know what to say. Just get mad. Well, you can't game. You're too poor to game. Literally, you every time I'm too poor to game. Yo, these dudes are fools. You too poor to game.
God
Oh
damn,
man,
Doc.
it is what it is.
It's okay. You're still a casual, so just roll with it.
I'm a casual gamer.
Because there's levels to layers to this, like an onion.
Level slayers like an onion.
Like an onion.
Factual gamer at his finest.
At its finest.
Oh man.
You can get it for $9.99 if you wait for a sale. How often do you guys wait for sales? Like, real talk, no cap. How often for a game do you guys actually wait for it to go on sale?
But again, but again, listen. That destroys the argument.
No.
Because
It's not part of an argument. It's a question, like to chat.
No. Okay, yeah, Chad, answer how often do you guys wait for a sale?
Yeah.
But here's a problem. If somebody is saying don't subscribe to gaming services because you're not supporting the developers, right? Or it's affecting the developers, like Outriders are saying that they didn't make money off of this. So don't support services, don't support Game Pass, right? If you're going to say that, but then out of your same mouth, you're going to say wait for sales to drop. Do you think that $9.99 is helping that developer that you just waited for the sales to drop? It's not.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? So regardless, so it's either the argument should be either pay for the game full price or don't support Game Pass, because anything else other than that, you're not supporting the developer anyways. So if you say, so there's people that'll say, I don't do Game Pass, I wait for games to drop in price and I buy them used. Okay, so you are not supporting the developer either. Then there's people that say, I buy games at full price and then I sell them. I buy games full price and then I sell them. You're also not supporting the developer because you just sold that game to somebody else that paid you. So instead of that developer making double the money because they would have bought it off of you and that other person would have bought it, this one copy that went to two people. So what are you talking about? You're still not supporting the developer. So you see how it's all cap? But they don't understand this. The stuff that they literally say makes no sense. Support the developer. I buy my games and then I sell them. It's like, what?
So, the lead developer for Days Gone, I don't think it's lead developer, but one of the lead guys for Days Gone said, if you really want to support the game and the developer, buy it at full price.
Right, at full price.
Yep. Because and I can see what he's saying, because whenever they're looking at sales analytics and all that to determine if they're going to build a sequel, if people are waiting for it to be on sale, then obviously their sales analytics aren't going to be good, and a sequel is going to get canned. Whereas if you buy it at full price, then you're like, oh, hey, this game did really good. Let's put a sequel out.
Yep. So those are the only people I listen to when they talk about streaming gaming services. Is the people that only buy games. What?
Oh shit! I don't know
What?
why something just clicked in my head when Dakkota said that. I do have a legitimate question.
Go ahead.
Didn't Days Gone sell really well?
It did, but not well enough to warrant a sequel.
Okay, I was just curious.
There's literally, this was a couple months ago. There was literally a petition that had I think 100 or 200. I think it was 100,000 signatures wanting a sequel to Days Gone.
Right. So it didn't sell that well. So it sold okay.
Yeah.
But there.
The Days Gone community that I follow on Facebook, they really want a sequel, but it's more than likely. It hasn't been confirmed that it's not happening, but it's been hinted that it's not.
Like they pretty much
Yeah, because Ben's studio has already been put onto another project by Sony.
He said that because investors look at sales, but Sony has a standard and they didn't reach it. But that was the exclusive though, right?
One of the timed exclusives.
It went to PC. Yeah. Okay.
They should put it on Game Pass. It would get more exposure.
Yeah, but didn't make as much as they had hoped. That sucks. So the thing
that's still a really good game.
Yeah, but the thing that sucks is if with Doc's argument, I'm only gonna go based off his argument. Based off his argument, in order to support a game, why was that game not supported then?
No, you're not allowed to call them out, bro. You're not allowed to call them out.
I'm just going based off Doc's argument. I'm pretty sure the game sold. Like, a lot of people enjoyed it. I saw it on Twitter a lot, especially when the PC variant came out. A lot of people liked it too. But it does suck that the game wasn't supported enough that Sony didn't want to continue a sequel.
Yeah, within whatever time frame that they used.
Yeah.
Yo, chat. We could go over and over again. So again, if you're gonna say this is so crazy. Oh my god, because it just doesn't make sense to me. If you're going to say that a gaming service hurts game sales, right? Because on that platform, people ain't buying it because it's in the gaming service, which I agree. I know a lot of people that were gonna get it on freaking if they have an Xbox, they're gonna go ahead and get the game on Game Pass versus buying it. Like that makes sense to me, right? But if you're gonna say that and the game comes out on multiple platforms like Outriders did, it came out on the other console, it came out on PC, right? So it still came out on other consoles, so it still had other avenues to sell. And you're gonna look at Game Pass as a problem as to why a game doesn't sell well, right? How are you then not gonna have that same energy for a game that can only come out on one console? Don't you think some of these exclusive bangers, not going to mention any names because different platforms have exclusives,
Halo.
but don't you think some of these exclusive bangers would also make more revenue if they were on other platforms?
Oh yeah, that's a guarantee.
No, they would. If
Yeah.
That's why there's games coming to PC.
Yeah.
To make that other revenue.
Yeah, because we're bootlegging.
Right, exactly. So again, I don't understand the argument of Game Pass is bad and all this other stuff and whatever. And then again, like I said in my video, no one is holding a gun to these developers. The developers can take that risk of not putting their games on Game Pass and see how they do. Same thing, Battlefield's doing it, right? Battlefield's not coming to Game Pass. They're going to take that risk. But Battlefield already knows that there's going to be a certain group of gamers like me that are not going to get it because that game doesn't warrant me buying it full price. You understand? So that's just me. Some people might go ahead and buy it. You know, it is what it is. GTA 6, that one I'll probably go ahead and get. Okay, so Isaiah says Battlefield doesn't need Game Pass. No game needs Game Pass. No game needs Game Pass. Do you think Halo needs Game Pass? Realistically, do you think Halo Infinite needed Game Pass?
No.
Hell no, it doesn't need Game Pass. But it's still coming to Game Pass. So no games need Game Pass.
So I got a question with the Game Pass argument. So you're saying that Game Pass is getting a lot of hate, right?
Bro, because of what one developer says. Outriders said that that they didn't make money off of Game Pass.
But with that, didn't other developers already come out and say Game Pass was a good thing?
Of course.
So why is okay, I can see why they're focusing on the negative.
You know why.
They're focusing on the
why.
negative. Yeah. So
yeah.
The question is though, right? How is it just a small majority of people complaining about Game Pass, or is there a large majority of people complaining about Game Pass?
Bro, they've been complaining about Game Pass since the inception of these new consoles. As far as I can see, maybe I'm stuck in a bubble, but
yeah,
people can't stand.
I have yet to talk to someone, right? Like you meet someone and you find out they're a gamer, like, oh, that's dope, dude. What do you like? Oh, I have a Xbox. Oh, cool. You have Game Pass? You know, I've never really heard someone say, oh my God, Game Pass is shitty, you know? But then again, I don't know.
Yeah, that's good for you. Hey, chat, can you guys put an onion if you ever heard someone talk trash about Game Pass?
That's the thing. I don't know I don't know if it is just a bubble, right? The very passionate bubble, and then you have the outside bubble of that, which is, I would say, the casuals, and then you have the ones outside of that that's just like, I play games just whenever the fuck I play games kind of thing. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if a large majority even complain about it. I think it's just a small minority, but that small minority is kind of like compressed, so it seems like you see it everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, so I just want to keep that in mind, because I don't know if, obviously, you have a large amount of people who own an Xbox that love it, and I'm pretty sure you still have another large group of people that have PC, PlayStation, but also have an Xbox kind of thing that love Game Pass too. So it's kind of like, because like you said, there's a lot of positives to it. So who's really like talking trash about it, right? Like, honestly, other than maybe that small compressed circle, right? No?
Yeah. I guess you're
Yeah,
right.
because
Yeah.
think of families, right? You have a family, your kids use Game Pass. Now parents don't have to worry about buying as much games. It's like, hey, Game Pass, boom, have fun, go crazy.
Game Pass makes so much sense on so many levels. On so many levels. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I don't think I do have to say, I have never heard anyone outside of the typical community that we're in say anything bad about Game Pass.
No, that's good.
Yeah. And if they did, I would say it's like a very, like, it's like a fucking 1% out of everybody outside this community.
I'm gonna tweet right now. Game Pass is great. That is all. Let's see how many comments I get.
You're going to get comments of hate though. That's the thing. Because of the community that we're in. That's the thing. Because we're in, you're definitely part of that console war thing. That's the problem, Doc. You're part of that console war community. So if you say anything good about Xbox, especially Game Pass, you are going to get comments in regards to it.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
Because it's the community you're in. You like the console war.
Cloud data. You capping right now. No one hates Game Pass. No one hates Game Pass, Cloud. Come on, bro.
I've definitely seen people saying stuff about it. But
come on now.
Yeah. So I think it is a very small minority of people who are actually, or they're trolling the shit out you. That too.
Bro, there's people that make videos and podcasts about it. Like, large YouTubers have podcasts literally talking about Game Pass and how bad it is. Literally. I promise you. I'll send you the videos. Hour-long podcast with over thousands of people watching it. People in the chat all agreeing with what these people are saying. There was this one podcast that was laughing at people like, oh, you rank games. You're not a real gamer. You just rank games. And it's like, what? What? Hey, Mike, I got you. I'm going to send you some stuff. See Mike asking who. Y'all think I'm just lying? Y'all think I'm just making this up?
No. I don't think you're making it up. I believe you 100%. I just think it's a small group of people.
But what's small then?
I would say a small percentage of total gamers.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, that's how I see it though. Like, obviously gamers as a whole, are we really, No,
I'm talking about our community. You do realize you guys are part of this too, right?
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's why I said our community. I see it. I see it. Whenever, because again, I have your like notifications on when you tweet stuff. I see it all the time.
You look at TK say Doc ain't lying. I'm not lying. Like, literally, all you guys gotta do.
Not lying, Doc.
Go to these podcasts. Bro, look up JTech. Look up not Kids Smooth. Look up JTech. Look up Persona. Look up Jay Barry. Look up freaking who's the other one? King Thread. Look them all up. See what they say about Game Pass. Look them all up.
Oh, look what PlayStation said. PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I know he does.
TK9, you can't be talking about those, man. I left you a comment about that already. The red ones.
About what?
Fire,
red
bro.
crayons.
Fire. We already talked TK9. We already talked about this, bro. TK9, the red ones.
I enjoy my crayons.
Lit. That's a good.
Yeah.
There you go. See, I appreciate it.
But no, I don't think you're lying, Doc. Trust me. I'm not saying
No,
you're a liar.
I mean, it sounds like y'all motherfuckers think I'm lying. I'd be
Oh.
like, it's not a lot of people. It's more than enough. That's the whole point. It's more than enough. More than enough people talk shit about Game Pass.
Yeah.
That it's just like, yo, at this point, like, stop hating on it.
I see
Oh,
what
it's
you're saying,
funny.
Doc. I see
The
it.
analytics are probably highlighting it for you, so you see it a lot more.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're probably right.
Yeah, I think he's 100% right. That makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense for that one. But no, I get what you're saying, Doc. I see it. Trust me, I do see it.
Why YouTube hates me because I always change my videos that I'm watching, so the algorithm's always fucked up.
Do a bunch of like horse videos pop up? Are you in a field?
No.
Oh, what a bunch of is a bunch of like hay like slideshows? Or carrots?
Just
Is it carrots? Dakkota.
he died.
He died. God damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it, Dakkota. All right. Well, is there anything else you guys?
I'm done.
He's back. He had to chew on some hay real quick. But
I gotta go play some Ori now and stream it
hey,
Gotta
what
go
Doc?
to my county fair, which is down the road from me.
Oh, nice.
because I have Game Pass.
Hey, yo, Doc, did you pass that level from last night? You kept dying.
No, I got farther. I still
Okay.
kept dying though.
Oh yeah. Oh
I still kept dying.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's Ori.
I died like crazy in that game. It's ridiculous.
I'm out of here.
All right. Well, we
Catch y'all later.
appreciate. Hold on. Let's do the outro. Jeez, Dak. All right. So that was the What a War podcast number 19. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I think we had some great topics like always. Doc is always passionate about it. Love it. Craziness. It's all good because there's levels of layers to this, like an onion. Like an onion. But please check out Dakkota23 on Twitch. Doc's about to stream. Check out his Twitch. It's in the channel description below. Check it out. He's literally about to do it. So I mean, you guys can see him play some Ori in the Blind.
Or in the Blind Forest.
Yep, Ori in the Blind Forest. Check it out. He's about to play. Watch him die a lot. Of course, we're on my channel. Like the video, helps the algorithm get other warriors up in here next time, and we'll see what's up. But yeah, that's all I got. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.